Welcome to the JustRPG Podcast. I'm Vicky, and here with me today is James to give you a news update about the Nintendo Switch.
So, what's up, guys? Are you as hyped as I am? Because I am pretty hyped.
All aboard the hype train, choo-choo!
Yeah, me, you, and half the internet are ready for this.
All of the internet.
yeah, you think you're right. All right, so let's get right into it. So, what is the Nintendo Switch? Basically, the Nintendo Switch is exactly what the leaks have been showing. It's a hybrid console. It's going to be a portable that docks when you're home, and then will play on your HD TV. So let's talk about the components. So basically, the core of the system is what kind of resembles like an iPad, like a tablet. That then it has two detachable controllers,
which are called the Joy-Con controllers.
Yes, and those can be used either together as one controller or as two separate controllers, as they showed off in the trailer. They also showed off the dock itself, which, not very closely, but they showed the system on it, the system being taken off, the controllers taken off it with the system still on the dock. They also showed off another kind of mount for the two controller pieces. So on the go, you can kind of just put these on this plastic mount and have a two-handed controller, like a traditional controller. They also showed off a new, I guess what you would call like a Pro controller, like they have for the Wii U. That looks pretty good, looks much better than the Pro controller that we currently have. And the only other component they showed off was a mount that attaches to a headrest in a car, but that also looked pretty cool. So definitely all good. All looks sleek, looks elegant, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
It looks very nice. It looks very appealing. Looks well made. It looks sturdy. It looks like the way you click in the controllers itself is satisfying. I'm ready for this. My body is ready for this.
Thanks, Reggie.
All right, so they didn't give any technical specs. There was no words in the trailer. Basically, it was all just visuals.
Yep.
So, all right, we got all the components. Now they also showed off a few games. Now we don't know if these are launch games or if these are games that are going to come out in a year, but nonetheless, they showed off games. They show off, of course, Zelda Breath of the Wild, which we all assume is a launch title.
Yep.
I think that's been confirmed by Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
They also showed off a Splatoon game that definitely has different components than the Wii U one. Now, this might be an upgraded port. Could be a completely new game. We don't know at this moment. They showed off a 3D Mario very briefly. Definitely a new game, not a port of anything I've ever seen. They show off a Mario Kart. Yes, Skyrim. They show off, which I thought was the most unusual. It's like at least 5-year-old game, right? And that's now going to be ported, but it's never been on a handheld before. Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't. And, I mean, oh, God. It's going to be the HD remake, which,
Ooh.
I don't know. When did that come out?
I don't know, but that's definitely reassuring for... Again, I think if you've heard any of the podcasts, you know that I'm not a big fan of those type of games or Bethesda in general, but they are basically one of the biggest third-party developers. Mm-hmm. So the fact that they have something and it's shown in this initial trailer is very promising for people who are fans of that.
And now they have, like, the sports people, too.
Yes, they also showed off, looks like, to be an NBA game. I don't know enough about it. Okay, 2K17.
Yep.
And in the trailer, it shows them, I believe it showed two systems for that. Am I right? Or is that something?
Yes.
Either way, it shows multiplayer. And in different instances of the trailer, they show basically 4 people playing on 2 different... I think, yeah, they did that for that game. 2 different Nintendo Switch consoles. Basically, I'm assuming the way the 3DS connects, or the DS connected to the system. Wirelessly, it looks like you can do the same thing with this. And have 2 players on each system. So that was definitely cool. And that was all done with those detachable controllers, which also was pretty cool, pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, again, the Mario Kart definitely looks new. It doesn't look like any Mario Kart we've had. I'm going to say it's a new game. And really, they haven't messed that up yet, so that is very promising. Besides that, they also released a list of third-party developers that are making games for the system. Again, that includes Bethesda, that includes From Software, the people who make Dark Souls, Ubisoft, Capcom, basically anything you could think of, more or less, is there.
What they should have shown was like a first-person shooter, just to get like that group in.
Yeah. I'm assuming they have Activision on there. I'm assuming we're going to end up seeing like a Call of Duty, so stuff like that. I'm assuming it's going to end up there as well. But maybe they don't have it yet. Maybe they skipped this one. They're going to do the next one. Mm-hmm. Who knows? But that again is so for someone who usually only plays those first-party titles for Nintendo, like myself, and maybe I play some Capcom games or something like that. The fact that they're doing that is showing, like, basically giving me more faith that they're going to continue support for the system. Which, I'm definitely for, even though I'm not going to play those games. Anything else to add about the games? I mean, the 3D Mario, definitely new. Definitely a new game. Zelda we know about.
I'm excited that I get, like, my awesome, like, RPGs that I love on one system. Like, maybe this is it. Maybe all I need is this one system, and I'm done. Because that's the dream.
I mean, for someone like myself who doesn't care too much about playing with super nice graphics all the time, I mean, I have a computer, I can do that on there. Yeah. This looks awesome. This looks really cool.
And it's powered by NVIDIA.
Yes, it looks like the rumor about that processor was correct, like basically everything else mentioned in those rumors.
They are bragging about it. They're like, we helped with this. Look at us. We're amazing. We're NVIDIA. I
mean, I'm definitely for that. I think that's a way for them to save costs, is to use these bigger brands who are making this stuff in mass quantities. Anyway, there's no reason to make your own processor or something and have it cost twice as much and do half as much. Good, use NVIDIA. Definitely. All right, so what are your biggest questions that have been unanswered? Again, there's no words in this at all. It was all visuals. So basically, we have to speculate on basically everything else. Keep the hype train going.
Battery life like?
Yes, I also would wonder. I'm hoping. I think my Vita has maybe 5 hours at most, right?
Wow.
With sound and stuff like that, but I think that's more than enough, to be honest. I think that's plenty of battery life. Most airplanes... Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Nintendo used to have, like, the best battery life around, but...
I really don't expect them to do too much in terms of battery life for this. I think that would be very hard to do for the way that the games are looking so far. Mm-hmm. I'd be very surprised if it had more than 5 hours. But, again, 5 hours is good for most players.
I think my 3DS is only, like... 4 to 5 hours.
Really? I think mine's more than that. I have the new 3DS XL.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I think it's at least 10, to be honest.
Really? But you know what? I'm gonna try that one day.
Maybe not with full sound and top brightness.
Oh no, I never use that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Especially even with my phone, it's not even at the highest brightness. I always put it at the lowest.
Vicky is very frugal with her battery life.
I am. It dies all the time. All of my items that I have just dead.
I mean, to be honest, overall, I'm not too concerned. I think it'll be enough. I would say 5 hours is probably realistic.
Yeah. I
mean, I don't think my phone... If I used my Galaxy S6, full brightness, full sound, and I played Pokemon Go, I'm going to last an hour. At most, an hour.
Yep.
So, yes, that's using GPS and all this stuff, but I'd imagine that the demand is similar to like a real game running on it. So, 5 hours would be fantastic. Again, even if it's not, I'm not too concerned. I don't think it's a big deal. Most of the time, it's like what I'm thinking of portability is I'm going to go and I'm going to plug it in in my friend's house instead of at my house. You know, that's really what I'm imagining.
Oh yeah, probably.
Like enough for that in between trip on the train, you know. But otherwise, that's all I'm really hoping for. All right. Well, I got a question.
Oh, okay.
What is the price? Now we got a leak a couple days ago that said 300 or 350, two different bundles. This is one of my biggest questions. I have two really big questions, but this being probably the most important. What is included in that $300 bundle? Do we get the dock, the system? I'm assuming the tablet itself has to come with those detachable controllers.
Definitely.
I don't expect a Pro controller. My question is, does that 300 include the dock? I think it does. I think it's implied.
Pretty sure it would.
But it's not guaranteed at this point. They haven't said. No one knows. But I'm gonna hope. That's my biggest question at the moment. Is 300 including the dock?
Why would you think it wouldn't be included?
I'm thinking that the system with the dock costs them more like 350, and they're gonna offer it as a pure handheld for 300, and then have this $50 extra dock. Now that would kind of undermine the whole concept.
It would.
But it would make it more affordable for people who can't spend that extra $50 so that they can then get it later. So it's just something I thought of.
What were the Xbox and PS4 launch prices?
I do not know. I have no idea. I think my Wii U was $300 or $350. Do you remember?
$3. About $3, and then I got the special edition Zelda.
Oh,
one,
I did it.
$329.
Yeah, I got the base white model.
Aw, sorry. I didn't even know that's what they look. Oh wait, white. I thought they were black.
No, the base one is white.
Oh, geez.
It's like an 8 gig or something.
PS4 launch price.
Sorry, all right, it was $300 for the base Wii U, and it was $350 for the black one, which had basically more space on it.
Oh, okay. Here we go. PS4 price was $399, and the Xbox One was $499.
All right, and then going back further, the 360 was $299 for the core, $400 for the premium. That 300 one was a 250 gig. The PlayStation 3 was $500 for the 20 gig, and then $600 for the 60 gig, which was the backwards compatible one.
That's terrifying.
And then
I couldn't imagine spending more than $400 on a system.
Yeah. Well, even the 3DS was $250.
Yeah, but that's...
The Vita was $250. And the iPhone, for example, was $600.
Yeah.
You know, so...
I guess it all depends on, what you want to spend your money on. I think, the most I'd spend on this would probably be $400.
I mean, that's a tough sell. I mean, I would do it because I'm a Nintendo nerd, but
yeah.
But 300 is what I'm hoping to get one for 300 with a dock and ready to go.
Yeah. That'd be perfect.
And then give me some bonus for the 350, like a Pro controller or a game or both. All right. Do you have any other questions besides that?
I wanted to go back to the kind of like the battery thing, but how would it be charged? Are they going to have a new, port, or you think they'll conform and maybe do I don't know, a plug-in with a USB or something like that?
What I think I saw in the trailer was, first of all, I think it's going to charge on the dock. I think that's guaranteed. In the scene in the trailer where the guy's on the plane, it looks like he's plugging it in, and it looks something like a 3DS.
God, come on, guys.
I mean, if it's a 3DS one or a Wii U one, I'm fine with that. Of course, I'd prefer a USB, but or a regular micro USB, whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's the same as another Nintendo thing I have, then I'm also okay with that. If it's a new one, then I'm ticked off. But let's hope it's not that. At least.
My other questions were: do you think it's going to be backwards compatible? Because
all right, this was another big thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead. You're finishing your sentence.
Oh, no. In the video, they used cartridges, and I was just wondering if they're going to be the same as, like, DS cartridges.
Well, to me, they look different. They looked like they were, like, twice the thickness of 3DS cartridges. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be more like a Vita. It's going to be longer. More like a traditional SD card is what I'm imagining. Or what I thought I saw in that trailer, because it wasn't too clear. But the backwards compatibility I'm hoping for is the Nintendo Store stuff, the stuff I purchased digitally. So I don't expect to be able to put in my Wii U discs, but I really would appreciate it if I could download Wii U games to it. That being said, I would also really appreciate it if they unified the Nintendo accounts and let me use my same one that I have on my Wii U on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah.
And then kind of like as a thank you for the few people who did buy the Wii U, anything you have on the Wii U downloaded could then be downloaded on the Switch for free, since you already bought it and it was kind of a flop system.
Yeah.
That or some kind of ambassador program for Wii U owners. Something for Wii U owners. So throw us a freaking bone. We bought your Wii U. You abandoned it, basically. Give us some kind of loyalty there. I really am hoping for that. I'm really hoping that anything I download, any Wii U games at least, and Virtual Console that I downloaded on Wii U, I want on the Switch for free. Even if it's like a $5 fee to download again, which I don't think is a good idea, but even that would be better than nothing.
Yeah.
And then Virtual Console, of course. Like, how many times have you bought Mario Brothers 3 on a Nintendo Virtual Shop?
I don't know.
Wii, 3DS. If you had a DSi, you maybe bought it in the Wii U. You know, like, people have bought that 4 times.
Yep.
You know, for God's sakes, just let us transfer it over. Don't make us buy it again. You know, but, I mean, Virtual Console, I'm sure, is going to be supported. I can't imagine them not. Mm-hmm. So I really hope they unify and give us at least digital backwards compatibility.
I'd be very happy with that.
The question with that is, like, do the Wiimotes work?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be totally different.
I hope they're not required for any games going forward, but I would enjoy Wiimote support. Like,
no, I'm done with the Wiimotes.
I mean, just for backwards compatibility, at least.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I personally am a game collector. I have 10 freaking Wiimotes.
Oh my god!
Which means I have multiple Pro controllers, multiple classic controllers, multiple nunchucks, multiple light gun accessories. I have everything. You know,
Did you get, like, the special edition Luigi and Mario ones?
No, but I have at least 10 Wiimotes. No joke, at least 10 Wiimotes.
The only special Wiimote I got was the Zelda one.
Oh, that's worth something now, by the way. But
like
I guess we're getting sidetracked a little.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions you have for Nintendo at this point?
Probably. Hold on.
All right.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Will it be touchscreen?
I think that's confirmed. Some of well, technically not, but most of the leaks that have had 100% correct information also say this is touchscreen. Also, a lot of those leaks said that they're going to have mobile games, Nintendo mobile games on it, such as like Pokemon Go, the Mario Run, Miitomo, stuff like that, and the new ones.
Pokemon Go.
And those don't work without touchscreens. So, I mean, it's a freaking iPad, and it looks like you can use it without any of the controllers. Like, you can just take the pad. You can detach those detachable controllers and not take them. So I think you're going to be able to use it with a touchscreen.
Okay.
I'd be very surprised if it didn't. But again, all those leaks that already have been, so far 100% correct, have said there was.
Okay. I wonder why they didn't, like, try and push it to the 2016 holiday season. Like, at least try and get something out.
I think that they don't want to compete with the new PS4, the Xbox VR, the PlayStation VR. I think they're throwing in that NES Classic to get that holiday buzz, and this is for, anyone who comes out alive after the holiday season. I mean, March is, you got some time. It's spring. You've had 3 months since the holidays. I think it's a reasonable time. I think doing it for the holidays might have not worked for them. It'd be too much competition. They kind of have all the spotlight in spring.
Yeah, and I mean, I love all their summer release games. Like, whenever they put anything out in summer, you get it on, like, the Friday when school ends. Not for me, because I don't go to school anymore. But, like, everyone's just going and buying all those games. And then, like, Nintendo wins for the summer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a smart idea. I think doing the holidays, for one thing, they might have had to push up the deadline. They might have not been ready. Yeah. I mean, they're just showing it to us now, So I don't think it's a big deal, and it kind of gives me more time to recover from buying gifts for other people,
Yep.
For the holidays, and getting a $300 gift isn't too likely. So
Yeah, I guess so.
So do I scramble like I kind of did for the Wii and look for it for the holidays, which I'm sure it would have been sold out, or do I wait till March and just get it when I've kind of recovered from the holiday season? I think I like that. I appreciate
I really
that.
hope everyone buys this and, like, Nintendo gets themselves out of their hole. I mean, it's not really that big of a hole, but, like, when the Wii U was launched, Iwata had to take, like, a big hit. He didn't lay anyone off.
Well, that brings up another topic which I'd like to talk about. Is the marketing itself.
Much better.
I am very impressed. And they did not show a single child in the trailer, which I think was smart. I think they realized, listen, we have to market to adults at this point. Let's get that competitive gaming scene under our wing and let's move forward. Let's get away from that. And then we'll have the games for the kids anyway, We'll have both.
Yeah.
But let's not show off freaking Skylanders or something,
Oh, God, that would have ruined the whole thing. I would have been very angry.
Right? And I'm glad they didn't. Also, the trailer itself was well done. There was I expected, 1 minute and then 2 minutes of Reggie talking about it. And it wasn't. It was actually a well done, well produced commercial for it. So
that's what the Nintendo Directs are for.
Yeah, exactly. Separate that. Don't give me that. Don't give me more of that.
I do love Reggie, though.
Yeah, I mean, if they did the same exact thing, but at the end, they just kind of blacked out, and then it shows Reggie, my body is ready, and then and then the date, the release date, that would have been cool. But I think the whole internet would have lost it. But whatever. This is definitely the more mature route. So good for them.
Yep.
All right, then my only other question that I don't know if you have more, but my only other question is the games we saw, which ones are actually coming out launch day? We got Zelda. What else are we getting? Are we going to get that 3D Mario? I think that's unlikely. Are we going to get Mario Kart? I think that's more likely. I think that would be a great starting lineup for them, a Mario Kart and a Zelda.
Perfect.
Or
I mean, like a Super Smash Brothers? Oh my God.
They didn't show that. And actually, I almost hope that they don't port it and that they just make a new one. And I'm willing to wait even 2 years for that. But what I think is more likely is I think at some point we're going to get a port pretty soon, I think. Like maybe, the end of next holiday season, we get a port of Smash U. I mean, I'm not upset with that. Of course, I'd love a new one, but I think it's a possibility. And then maybe, Skyrim, Zelda, either Mario or Mario Kart would be an awesome launch lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be completely satisfied with that, even without one of those, just two out of those three. Or Splatoon, any of the ones they showed. If they released Zelda and one other, I'm super satisfied. I love Splatoon on Wii U. I would love to play it on the go and, local
and with strangers,
multiplayer.
Just hey, you playing Splatoon? Hell yeah. And then you're just in a battle.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I
how is
am
that
totally
gonna work
ready.
too?
What?
Like, is it gonna be like Spot Pass or Street Pass? Like,
Oh, I'm assuming it's going to work like the 3DS does, like a wireless, 20-foot range, something like that.
that would be really cool.
And then I'm sure it has Wi-Fi, guaranteed Wi-Fi. I couldn't imagine they didn't. I'm also at this point going to guess that it's going to have like 4G that you can buy through T-Mobile or Verizon, something like that. Which, of course, I'm not going to do, but they have that for the Vita.
Yeah.
If you want, I think it's only like T-Mobile or something. It's one of those companies only. You can get service for your Vita. I mean, I'm sure that isn't a bad option to have. Of course, you don't make it required, and I'm not going to get it, but I can see them doing that. Why not? I'm also kind of seeing this. This could be their possible entry into that mobile phone scene with the tablet. So I wouldn't be surprised if you could get 4G on it.
Huh. That'd be very strange. They did want to do more mobile games.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they're trying to get in there more. Maybe that's the way to do it. All right. Any more questions for Nintendo?
No. I am out of questions.
All right. I guess we'll wrap it up then. I definitely want Nintendo to answer all these as soon as possible. Of course, everyone does. I suspect within the month we're going to hear more, if it even takes that long. I think they're going to clarify a lot of these questions.
I think they'll wait.
I mean, they could, but I don't want them to wait too long again.
Oh, of course not.
Like, I'm sure they're going to look at all these videos like this, all the posts on Reddit. Like, all right, what are people's biggest concerns? Are we going to change anything real quick? And then they're going to do another press release, and be like, okay, here are more details.
Is there like another big game show coming up?
Not that I know of.
All right.
They usually don't get in that scene anymore. Usually they're doing their directs. So maybe we'll get a Nintendo Switch Direct.
That'd be exciting.
Which I guess is going to be called the NS.
Is that what it was? Or the NX or something?
Well, the code name was NX, but now it's called the Nintendo Switch. So we now at the NS?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I liked NX, but NS is close enough.
Just a few more letters.
All right. Any final thoughts?
They're definitely doing so much better with marketing. Nintendo, I'm so proud of you. I could cry tears of joy because of how well you're marketing now. Good job, guys. Just good job.
It looked dark for a while, but I am very optimistic. Very optimistic. All right. Well, tune in to JustRPG Podcast for more updates on the NS and any other gaming news.
And beyond.
And beyond. All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.